Hey, everybody, welcome to Best Year Yet. And we have a special guest with us right now, John Vetere. And John has been a client of ours for a number of years at Mojo and is a superstar, has really gone out there and over the last year has really dove in with the Best Year Yet and has had amazing results. Probably some of the best results of all of our clients at Mojo, which is really quite a statement. But John, how are you today?
Doing really well, Ira. How are you doing?
Great to talk to you again. And you really have been probably our number one guy out there who really leveraged this program last year more than anybody that we know of. And I know you did really well. You helped a lot of people. You brought on a lot of new business, and I think your approach was really very clever and very authentic. But maybe you can talk about the success you had last year and up to this point regarding Best Year Yet. It's an amazing tool and how you used it and how you helped your clients, reach their goals with this platform.
Sure, sure will. So going back now a year, when I first used the Best Year Yet program, uh, I went out there to about 50 prospects and ended up with nine, and I did it just the way. Again, I wasn't on yesterday, so I'm going to assume that it's still you go out there and you put out the messages and you're giving this free time away, and that's what I did. The exact same thing. Did that last year. Out of 50 messages that I sent out, it was really a small sample when you think about it, but just 50. Uh, Nine at nine appointments, and three ultimately that turned into longer term clients. And the initial revenues on those three was around $11,000, maybe a little bit more if I remember correctly, but around $11,000. So to me, that back then that was successful, and the fact that three of nine turned into clients, I thought was extremely successful. What I didn't realize, as we fast forward a little bit through the year, I didn't realize that term, Best Year Yet, actually caught on. I was using it. I was using it in through January, and when I fast forward to this year, um, I start promoting it again, Best Year Yet 2020, and people are recognizing it, and that's kind of an interesting and unexpected consequence, a good unexpected consequence. People actually recognizing the term, they're recognizing that it's me. In fact, I was getting emails from people asking if I was running the program again, and I got people saying to me, "We'll even pay you, and we want you to do it for longer." I did it for 1 hour. They had 1 hour last year, an hour and 15 minutes to be exact, and I was getting asked to turn it into something longer. So I've done that now. This year it's a 2.5 hour program, and honestly, I've altered a little bit. I'm charging. I'm charging for it, and again, it's the market telling me. The market gave me that advice, so I took it.
Oh, that's awesome. I mean, people, I think we're seeing very clearly that people are willing to pay for this. I mean, you can use it either way. You can use it as a foot in the door. I mean, with your extensive background as as a high level coach, you certainly could, you certainly easily could, pay, have them pay for that. What would, I'm, tell me the outcome. How are these people feeling? What was their feedback to you once they went through this, say hour, 2 hour session with you regarding planning out next year?
Yeah, so they relief. If I had to find a single word, relief, because when they walk into these sessions, these are these are folks who they're good at what they do. They're good business people. They range in different types of businesses, and I'll just kind of go to that in a minute. But to directly answer your question, they come in doing what a lot of business owners do. There's a bravado. There's a, yeah, I've got this under control, no problem. But you look in their eyes closely enough, and what you actually see is some concern. They're not exactly sure which way the tide is flowing and what exactly they should do in order to be successful as the next year comes up. So relief is what I get when we're all done. They're tired. because it's very intense for the time that I'm with them. But they've found that they know where they are. They have real clarity around where they are, and they have a real understanding of where they need to and want to go. And then we look at the stuff in the middle. What does it take to get there? Now, of course, whether it be an hour or 2.5 hours, you're not going to solve every single one of their problems. And in fact, I think that relief word comes into play because what they start seeing is that there are more dots that they need to look at and prioritize than they may have thought in the first place. Or the flip side of that is they see so many dots and they don't know which ones to focus on first. And I think the relief comes when they start seeing that there is a clear order and pattern to the way in which they need to approach their best year yet going forward.
Yeah, and that's perfect. And then obviously at that point, then it opens the door where, you can really help them close those gaps and then get them on track for, some coaching and working them through that process. So that to me, and we were really excited when we talked to you about this last year because this just goes perfectly. It's in total alignment with, who you are and what you do. And I mean, I think one of your superpowers is your ability to really assess where someone is at, with not only individually, but from a business perspective. So this tool I know has really, I'm sure you use it to its highest and best use because of, that's really part of your repertoire when you're working with a client. Obviously, in the very beginning, you want to know who they are and
Yep.
what their pain point is. Anything else you'd like to mention on the program?
Yeah, just one of the things that emerged out of it that I learned by using the program and doing it was that we think about our lists sometimes as being homogenous, and they're not necessarily homogenous. And so what I've done is break the list down. So I have best year yet consultant version, I have best year yet small business version, and I have uh, best year yet team version. So that's for the larger companies. So one of the issues that I found last year that I kind of scratched my head and I didn't probably respond quickly enough on was companies saying to me, well, I don't want, it's not just the CEO, I want my team with me. I want the five closest people to me in this company to be part of it. And well, can you do that? And well, yeah, I do. I do that all the time. This year, I took the issue off the table of the question of, am I going to charge more because it's the team? And so I stuck to the core of what best year yet is about. Where are they? Where are they going? What do you need to do in the middle? So that was my other takeaway that I wanted to share with people: segmenting your lists, and maybe just altering your message a little bit to up the success
Oh, I
or
think that's
customize the message. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's really clever how you personalized it. That's really, then it feels like it's not a cookie cutter program and it's just for them, for their industry, for their niche, rather
Right.
than, rather than the shotgun approach. I mean, that's awesome. Corey, over to you.
All right. Thank you, John. Amazing case study for best year yet. Reached out to 50 folks, got 9 yeses. 3 of them converted into closed deals for $11,000. Went on to start charging for the program, making 500 bucks a pop for this. He could charge much more, doing a special deal. Somebody wrote him a check right on the spot for when he mentioned this. This is something, guys, like you can mention at networking events, anyone that you go to, reach out to your friends that are business owners, right? Provide this huge service for them. Do this for your own business. But yeah, thank you so much, John. Thanks for doing a case study. Really appreciate you.
My pleasure. Very welcome.